Morning YouTubers, hope you're all very well. Just parked up here in, you guessed it, about yesterday's video. At the end, when I parked up, there was a Scania in front. For some reason the camera stopped. Don't know why, but it did. Yeah, anyway, it was stopped in front of me, and there's not much space behind it to get another truck in. Anyway, this truck that was carrying steel, he pulled up at the side, and I heard him shout out. I was sat on that side of the truck, I was on my laptop, and I heard him shout something to the driver, and then I heard him shout, "You bastard," and then drove up the road a little bit and stopped, and then he tried to get in behind him. Anyway, he couldn't fit in behind him, and he came up to the driver's door and started saying to the driver, you know, you should be more respectful, you're in England, which I thought was just stupid the way you spoke to him. So quite rightly, this driver from Holland said, I only found this out afterwards, said, if you asked me politely, asked me nicely, then I would move. But when you start shouting at me and sounding your horn, I'm not going to move. Anyway, he did move up in the end. He moved up about 5 feet, which was probably enough for this truck to get back in. And anyway, this truck just drove off then, parked up over the road, and then came back and started giving the driver of the truck from Holland a lot of abuse. And he opened the driver's door, because this driver from Holland's basically give him the same shit back that he give him, which he would do. And he did open the door, and anyway, there's no fight involved, but near enough. And then I could hear him shouting because he was shouting at him. He was only like 5 to 10 feet in front of me. He was shouting out, "Yeah, I hope you sleep well tonight." You know, just basically making hollow threats that he's going to do something to his truck. But when I was speaking to the driver from Holland later on, he come to my window talking to me. He's like, "I don't care what they do to the truck. I don't own it." He said he was quite a nice man actually. So it just reminded me of the idiots from TruckNet and the ones who say I'm unprofessional and I've got a temper and all that stuff. Really? Come on, everyone's got a temper, especially short steel truck drivers. I don't want to kid in on that bit, but yeah, it's just bizarre. Just because he couldn't get in the space. Won't mind, but there must be umpteen truck stops around here. I normally park at one down the road, but I've stopped parking there recently because someone asked me to buy some diesel off me, and he asked every truck in the row. And I thought, you know what, I'm not going to stay here anymore. So, a bit of a hot spot for possible diesel theft there. So, anyway, that's why I park here sometimes. I tend to not park in the same place anymore. Just move around. There's about 5 or 6 different places you can park in Northampton, probably more actually. So I tend to move around a bit. Basically, wherever the truck drivers stop, that's where I'll probably stop. You know, because if they stop there, they probably stopped there before. It's probably all right. So I'm just going to do my walk around check in a minute. I've run out of cereal, so no breakfast for me. There's a greasy van in front of me, I don't really want that. I've got my cup of tea. In fact, I've got grapes, apple, 2 bananas, 2 oranges, nuts. So I think I'll just nibble until I get home, and then when I get home I'll have something to eat properly. So I'm videoing this in 2.7K because now I've got my laptop that I can bring out with me. I can edit videos at night, which yesterday's video, the last video you've seen, was edited in here last night. So my memory card's clear on me on the camera at the moment. It's only a 32 gig, at 2.7k it will record about an hour and 20 minutes, which should be okay, because I just tend to stop and start the camera as and when I want it anyway. I don't keep it recording constantly. I do want to get an half decent dash cam so I can have it on loop, so anything you can catch anything, then that I don't have to keep worrying about pressing record and stuff. I can just pull off the bits I want then. One of the commenters have asked to explain a bit more about brakes and working time, stuff like that. I'm going to do a separate video on that. I will do that. Well, I'm going to do that this weekend, so hopefully by Monday, Sunday, you should get that video up. Also, someone's asked about engine brake, so I'll explain to the engine brake now. Okay, so this is the engine brake control on a DAF. It's also the gear control as well on this particular DAF. I'll explain the whole stalk to you. So you've got M and A, manual and automatic, which is controlled by a little button here, and when you press it, it changes on here. It normally says what gear you're in, plus M or A, so manual or automatic, so you know. At the moment it's in neutral. Engine brake, to put it on, it's dead simple. You just go like that, and that's it, it's on, and that's off. So when it's on, a little symbol will appear here telling you the engine brake's on, and then off. The best way the way I use engine braking is I'll leave it on. I'll tend to put it on first thing. I'll just leave it on. The only time I knock it off really is if I need to coast, so I can see traffic lights in the distance are on red, and there's not traffic, but I'm not holding traffic up behind me, then I will just knock the engine brake off, take my feet off the accelerator, and just let the vehicle coast. It's still in gear, but you don't actually use any fuel at all when you're coasting in modern diesel engines. So I just tend to leave it on and then switch it off when I think I need to coast. But otherwise, if you leave it on, it's you can probably leave it a little bit later before you have to start slowing down. It depends what gear you're in. So if you're in a lower gear and you put your engine brake on, it's more efficient because your revs are going to be higher. So let me just show you that. Okay, on the rev counter here, you've got the green band, the blue band, and the red band. Green band is, if you ever heard anybody talking about green band driving, basically they're telling you to keep your revs in there, and then you should save maximum amount of fuel, or that's the most efficient for your particular engine. So when you're engine braking, your revs, basically what it will do is, say your revs are here, you put your engine brake on, it'll start slowing down there. You then knock it down a gear, which will make your revs go back up. So when your revs are actually in the blue band here and you're not accelerating, you're actually slowing down, it's more efficient. So when you've got your engine brake on and your revs are between 2500 there and 3 point whatever it is there, you get most out of your engine brake there, and as you slow down, your revs will come down again. So knock it down a gear again and your revs will go back up. It's fine to go up this high when you're engine braking, because you're not accelerating, you're not driving at 3000 revs. The engine's not doing any work. It's just the momentum of the vehicle that's making the revs go as high as that. So you're not actually putting any strain on it at all. So that's the most efficient engine brake on the blue line. Obviously you don't want to go in the red line because that's just red danger. Are we ready to go, kids? 2-hour drive now. Well, let me put the steering wheel in a place where I can actually use it. So just under a 2-hour drive actually. Heading back into, well, It's not far from where I went the other day, which is Burton. In fact, I'd say it's about 10 minutes from Burton-on-Trent.
After 100 yards, go right on the roundabout, 4th exit, Wheaton Road. Go right on the roundabout, 4th exit.
So we're filming in 2.7K. I'm just going to give that a try and see how that pans out. I know not everybody's going to watch it in 2.7K, but I'm going to give it a try. So I'd do a 4K video, but it's only 16 frames per second
After 200
in 4K mode, so
cross the roundabout, 2nd exit, Wheaton Road.
Might be a bit jerky that. The ideal really for a moving video is 60 frames per second, even though you can't actually perceive that. So something's been driving down this road with a serious fuel leak. There's oil or fuel everywhere. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Another miserable day again. I think that's it now for sunshine for us in this country. I don't think we're going to get any more now.
Cross the roundabout, 2nd exit, Wheaton Road.
John Deere there with tracks on it. Now that's called tailgating. Nice one, DHL. So that's what people mean when getting bullied by a truck driver. Like an arsehole like that, right up on his bumper. We're doing just under 45. It's a 50. He's got somewhere to go. The car in front won't move over for him, but I mean, look, it's busy. Just do what I do. Sit back, chill out. That's just, no need to do that. That gives everyone a bad name. Go and join TruckNet. We'll slate you for that. Habitat, the middle lane, constantly showing off its beautiful red lights at the back. Not actually overtaking anybody, just sat in the middle lane. Nice one, Fiesta, nice one. Doncaster services. I need the loop. In fact, I think I'll have 15 minutes to make a cup of tea. I'm hungry, but I don't want to get anything from here because it's all shit. What kind of trail is that? Horse transport. A few horses in that.
After 80 yards, bear left, then cross the roundabout, second exit. Bear left, then cross the roundabout, second exit.
Wombles! Welcome to Derby.
Turn right, Islesway Close, then you have reached your destination.
We're here.
Turn right, then you have reached your destination on your right.
Suburbia. I better turn the camera off.
End of the road, turn left, Swanmore Road, then turn right.
Can't turn around down here. Obviously, that's why I'm reversing. Still on reverse beeper. They'll have to get started on the next service, I suppose, if they're going to do it.
Turn left, Swanmore Road,
I
then
don't know why I
turn
feel
right.
like I've been down here before. Still in Derby, by the way, just on the other side of town.
Turn right, Darley Street,
I have
then
been here before.
you have reached your destination on your left.
I have to reverse down this street. Not much stuff
Turn
I've got.
right, then you have reached your destination on your left.
2 worktops. Alright, but they reverse in. It's a pain in the ass. So when I'm reversing in somewhere, this is a tip for new drivers, look where you're going and just try and make a mental picture in your head of where your arse needs to be, and any obstacles that you think you're going to struggle on. It's like, I've got a car behind me, I can't see it yet, but I know I've got to go around it in a minute. Oh, it's a bend as well. Right, I can see that car now. I'm going to have to go on the curb slightly so I don't take the car out. Oh, no, actually I can get away with that. I won't come this way, you're going to be stuck. Right, let's get straight. Trees out my window. Yeah, last time I came down here, I went in forward, so obviously I didn't realise I wouldn't be able to get out. It just gets narrower and narrower. The guy, I think he's an old guy, so he's not too clever when it comes to carrying weight. But I think these are 4-metre worktops, so he's going to have to help me this time. Last time I did it myself.
You have reached your destination on your left.
See bollards. I want to take one of them out. Right, I think my arse end is at the gates, possibly. We'll check. Yep. well, got them off board, no problem. There was actually a bloke there from, well, a company rep. Not for my company, but a company that we did the deliveries for. So he was there to he could give me his hand basically. So because the gentleman there is not so steady on his feet, so it was quite good that he was there actually, because it was quite long worktops. Right, off to Nottingham for one. That's an old army radio communications Land Rover. It's made of plastic, all the panels on that are plastic. I've spent a few nights in them. They're not exactly warm. Wow, somewhere in Nottingham, not the town centre, kind of northeast of Nottingham centre. I forgot what the area's called, to be honest. This looks familiar as well. I must have been here. Oh yes, I've been here now, I remember.
On your right.
Because the woman told me off for not parking where this van is, so I'm not going to park there again, because the van's there. Well, I've got one drop left, and that's it, that's me done. Ashton in Sutton in Ashfield, towards, that's further north from here. And it's only about, what time is it there? 11:45. So 11:15. What is on for that? 11:15. Get there in 30 minutes. Easy day. Well, that was perfect timing.
Turn right.
Turn right? Are you sure? I'm sure there's a bridge down here. Oh no, it's not. I thought this was somewhere else where there's a low bridge.
Go right on the roundabout, second exit.
last one of the day.
Cross the roundabout,
And
second exit, then turn right.
I've got about an hour and 30 minutes left of driving. That's probably going to get me most of the way back home. I will need a break at some point.
Turn right, Midland Road, then you have...
Okay, just gone through a red light, just stopped in the middle of the road. Amazing driving, amazing. Yeah, everybody's looking at you. Well, that's me done. I'm heading home. I'm still going to take a break. It's a bit windy. I've got about just under an hour's driving time, and I don't know how long it's going to take to get back. I've not got the sat nav on, but it's probably going to be about an hour and a half. Maybe less actually.